So we're here in Ottawa, which is the capital city of Canada. The month of October in Canada marks Islamic Heritage Month, which gives an opportunity to Muslims to showcase what Islam is all about. So we're gonna go around the city and talk to Canadians about what they know about Islam. Do you know what the word Islam means?
To be honest, I don't know enough about it to really have a big opinion. I mean, I like my friends, so I don't know. I don't think about it a lot, to be honest.
I used to know, but I have forgotten. I studied Arabic many, many years ago. I knew a little bit of Arabic, but sorry, I don't recall that.
I don't know a lot about the religion. I have a few Islamic friends, and I have nothing but respect, and they're awesome people. So,
Islam. Islam to me means I believe it's the belief in Muhammad as a prophet.
So fundamentally, Islam means peace, right? And that's what Muslims are commanded to spread, is peace, right? And as I mentioned, that the only way to actually establish peace in the world is if we give each other our due rights,
Yes.
and live in harmony, live as loving human beings. And that's what we're spreading today. In Canada, 48% of young Muslims report to have faced some sort of discrimination. Most of those young Muslims were actually women. Have you felt a sense of Islamophobia? Have you sensed an increase in Canada?
I mean, probably not directly in my personal life and the people around me, but I think definitely, with media, things you see on social media, that there definitely that is a huge problem. Yeah. I think in Canada and the rest of the world, yeah.
Islam categorically says in the Holy Quran that there is no compulsion in religion.
Okay.
Right? And Islam, the word Islam actually means peace.
Okay.
So a Muslim, in the Arabic language, the word Muslim actually means somebody who's establishing peace and submitting to God.
Okay.
Right? And so as fellow human beings, it's our duty that's ordained by God to recognize each other's rights, right? And I'm sure you've seen that because you have Muslim friends, and if they're interpreting the Quran the way it's supposed to be, right? They should be embodying that.
Yeah,
right?
No, they're amazing people.
Is there a growing fear of Islam? Have you felt that?
I would say potentially, yeah. Like I think not amongst people I know, but I certainly hear a lot about it in the media. So whether there's how much truth there is, I don't know. I don't always necessarily trust the media. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what I hear for sure.
You've also probably heard the word jihad. What do you think that means? Any thoughts?
I think I read somewhere that it means something like quest or journey or something. Yeah, so I think it could be used in a bad way, but could also be used in a good way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, what it means is our journey, our struggle to attaining God's love, attaining God's nearness, finding the truth and realizing the purpose of our life.
I think there are a lot of Islamic people who are really friendly and mean no harm to one another. So it's just the extremists who cause chaos, maybe. Yeah. But that's in every religion, unfortunately.
It's always lead by example. Yeah. So if you lead with what your religion is, you kind of show to the people without even having to say anything what Islam is, right? And I've heard so many stories about like non-Muslim say, what I know about Islam is what my neighbor is, and their neighbors are really great and really good to them and stuff like that. So that's their idea of Islam, and whatever they see in the media, they don't believe that because they see a living example that their neighbor is a good neighbor, is a good Samaritan, is a good person. So at best, that's the best advice that somebody could give.
Ottawa, being the capital of Canada, has a lot of monuments, which attracts a lot of tourists as well. The monument you see behind me is about the soldiers that fought in war and had fallen, and it is to commemorate those lives that were given for our freedom. And so we just witnessed a small little ceremony to show the changing of shifts of those guards that stand guard at these monuments. It's our second day in Ottawa, and today we're attending an Islamic heritage exhibition organized by the Ahmadiyya Muslim community here in City Hall in Ottawa. Let's hear more about this event from the guests and organizers. Why do you think it's important to hold events like today?
Well, I think one of the speakers said before, when we have a rise in hate incidents, Islamophobia, in this case, getting to know each other and dispelling the myths and the lies, I think is one of the first steps that open society can have to reducing that type of threat, reducing the incidence of hate. Once we intellectually get to know each other, we need to actually gather together in the same space and get to know each other on a personal level. So understanding the history of Islam, its true teachings, its practices, and then getting to know people from an Islamic background, people who actually have flesh and blood relationships, I think goes a long way, again, to preventing. Ultimately, as a police chief, I also have to be in a position to do investigations. So we've built a hate crime unit, we've expanded it, we've made sure that our members really understand the different communities and have partnerships in the communities, and so we can have a proper response. But our goal should be to prevent it in the first instance, and the Islamic Heritage Month is a great step towards preventing and reducing Islamophobia in this city and in this country.
Today we have had a message from Amir Jammat Canada, Lal Khan Malik Sahib, and we have also had messages from various dignitaries. Many attended in person. There were federal MPs, provincial MPs, and even local council members, including the mayor of Ottawa, that were here today to encourage us to appreciate the fact that we have held this event here today at City Hall. In this exhibition, we have different things. We offer books. We have translations of the Holy Quran that are on display. We have banners, we have videos, we have even Muslim clothing on display. That includes the hijab, various hijabs that are worn by Muslim women, and the headgear of Muslim men, the different kinds of topis that they have or turbans that they have, that are also on display. It's a humble effort on our part to display these things so that those who come here, they can learn about Muslims and remove those misconceptions that they may have had when they came in.
Said more frequently. I think we collectively need to learn more about each other's faith, belief, and respect. And certainly for me, having gone through a 36-day campaign in Orléans, I would say I was devastated to see the changes that are occurring in our own community. And so these events like this, recognizing that we are different, but we're all the same, in a sense of our faith should bring us together. Our faith should bring the world a better place. And unfortunately, it's a divisive and changing approach, which is not acceptable in my book. And that's why I'm happy to be here today, to recognize and learn also about your belief, the values. But I always say, I think we collectively share the same values.
Yeah.
There's one God.
Yeah. So the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, the promised Messiah, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, he said that to establish peace in the world and love and harmony, it's essential that we as humans recognize the rights of one another, and we give each other our due rights. You as my neighbor have rights that I have to give to you, right? And me as your neighbor, vice versa, I have those same rights. And like this, humans in harmony have those rights that we must give to each other, and then also recognize the rights that are due to God as well. So what do you think about this?
I completely agree. We're all humans, and we all have a certain amount of time on this earth, and we need to make sure that we're making the most of it, celebrating each other, supporting each other, and helping each other. And once again, thinking about what comes after and how we can praise to whichever faith that we choose to represent, reflect, and pray to. It's important that we support each other and make this world a better place than when we found it.
Coming to one of the most diverse cities in Canada, we were able to interact with a wide variety of people and learn about their views on Islam and Islamophobia. We attended an exhibition on Islamic heritage and learned about the efforts of Muslims and members of public service against the rising trends of Islamophobia. If you liked the video, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and stay tuned for more videos.